Hello there everybody, so Natsuhi and welcome back to Umineko. Now, who's ready for an extra long episode? Because I don't know how long this is going to be, but I believe I have plenty of time to possibly do yet another two-parter. Now, this won't become a habit. I mean, it probably might become a habit, who knows, but I'm gonna try to make my videos just a little bit extra longer for you guys, that way you have a little bit more time for enjoyment. Anyway, let us jump right back in. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm actually in a very good mood. Honestly, I've been having way too much fun with that Discord. Speaking of which, hopefully you guys won't be hearing any, Discord notifications this time, because, in yesterday's video, I kinda goofed. The sudden sound of someone banging fiercely on the door brought Natsuhi to her senses. She had probably nodded off in the study while planning how they would overcome the next day. But what could it be? At a time like this? More importantly, the knock itself was strange. If someone had tried to contact her, they could have just used the internal phone line. She had told them that she would be here. Realizing that something strange was going on, Natsuhi shook her head one more time, completely throwing off her drowsiness. Uh-oh. It was Ava's voice. What is this? I thought I told him to lock the doors and windows of the mansion tightly after everyone left for the guest house. So why is Ava here? Natsuhi ran up to the door, responded with a small knock, and spoke through the door in a quiet voice. Why is she freaking out? Good Lord, Ava, calm down! Sometimes, multiple schemes and hypotheses can fall apart due to the most direct, simple, and emotional of strategies. This is bad. If I open the door, Ava will probably throw herself forwards and rush into the study. Now, I can't even open this door. At that moment, the phone suddenly rang. It's alright. Both of the keys to the study are here. No one can open this door. Natsuhi inched away from the door and grabbed the receiver. It was from Krauss. His tone was strained. What in the world happened? Oh! Oh boy, we're going to see ourselves in the reaction to this. This ought to be good. Does Ava even know that Battler found the gold? Right after that, Krauss came up the staircase accompanied by Genji. A heated debate started between him and Ava. Open up. No, calm down. In the middle of that, there was a small knock as a signal. Krauss had skillfully pushed Ava away from the door and distracted her. During that gap, Natsuhi slipped out of the study and quickly shut the door. Ava noticed this and her face twisted in disappointment. But the heavy sound of the auto lock had already rung out and the door had been sealed.
床についたら何があっても起こすなと厳命されていてね。それを守るのは当主代行の務めだよ。そうだろう、源氏さん。
はい。親方様のお休みは何があろうとも乱すことは許されません。
それも時と場合によるでしょうが。
What part of no matter what do you not understand?
だって碑文が解けたのよ。お父様には真っ先に知る権利があるわ。
もちろん明日当主様には全てを私たちから報告します。それが当主代行である私たちの役目ですから。
そんなの知らないわよ。いいからこの扉を開けなさいよ。お父様に会わせなさい。お父様、お父様、聞こえていますか？
Jesus Christ, Ava, calm down!
エヴァです。ここを開けてください。話してよ。痛い。
And I'm just gonna look away and kind of drink my tea.
私たちが話を聞くと言っている。やかましく扉を叩くな。
話してよ。話しなさいよ。
クラウス様、エヴァ様、親方様がお休み中と申し上げております。これ以上はお控えください。
When Genji spoke firmly, the two finally ceased their scuffle. It seemed that Genji, the one who had spoken for Kinzo since they were very young, still possessed an air of dignity strong enough to handle both Krauss and Ava. Ava put her argument aside for the time being. She could worry about that after seeing the gold with her own eyes. Ava hadn't seen it for herself either. Natsuhi and the others had managed to deal with this crisis somehow. However, the move of the demons, which would sneer upon their efforts, had already begun.
バトラが碑文の謎を解いたというのか。
Oh yeah, this must be a shock to Beatrice.
エリカなる娘にだいぶ助けられたとはいえ、たどり着いたのはバトラーだった。エリカは黄金鏡の権利を放棄すると宣言している。よってバトラが黄金鏡にたどり着きし者だ。
運命とは実に面白いものです。バトラ様がたどり着くとは。
どうするのです、ベアト。碑文の謎を解く者が現れたなら儀式は取りやめる約束ですよ。
そういう取り決めであったな。
そういう取り決めだ。
バトラ様はどうやら黄金鏡の主となられるおつもりがないようだ。我らの主となる者はもはや現れぬようですな。
それもまた運命です。ゴールドスミス教とのご縁で人間の世界に権限して数十年。とても楽しい時間でしたよ。
やだ、リア。ババ臭い。で、どうするわけ？リーチェとゴールドスミスのルールなら、バトラが碑文を解き、主となることを選ばない以上、私たちはこれでお役御免じゃないの？
そうであるな。私に未練が何もない。いつでも呼吸とすげ蹴落とされる覚悟はできておるぞ。
Cositis?
待て、そうはいかぬ。そなたの心残りはないかもしれぬが、わらわはまだ夏日に仕えておるぞ。バトラが碑文を解いたからお役御免では、あまりに義理を書くというもの。魔女は契約違反を許さぬが、不義理もまた許されぬ。
でしょうな。親族会議を終えるまではきっちりとお使いするべきでしょ
う。となると、ゴールドスミス教ももうしばらくはお役御免とはなりませんね。無事に親族会議を乗り越え、せめて夏日様にお別れの挨拶と、もしできるならこれまでの努力をねぎらわれるべきかと。
あれもよく愚息を支えてきたものよ。
貴様など片葉をもがれた打天使ではないか。揃わぬ翼なら置き土産に捨てていけ。
それもよかろう。夏日ならば我が翼を背負うにふさわしいかもしれん。しかしここからが正念場となるぞ。褒美は用意した。無事にこの試練を乗り越えてみよう。夏日。
Oh boy, finally gonna see what all the adults, or how they react. To Battler being the one that found it. Well, I mean, and Erika, of course. But I bet the moment they're seeing it, like, that probably starts the whole, you know, murder spree. Like, they're locked away on the island. There's no proof that Battler found it first. Let's start killing everybody and all that stuff. The mountain of gold left everyone speechless. Regardless of how strongly they had believed in its existence, no one could look at this much real gold and not be shocked. Everyone was stunned by the gold. The first one to break the silence and jump around in ecstasy was Hideyoshi. Letting out an excited laugh, he clung to the wall of gold. Then he felt the cold, hard touch of it all over his cheek. Rudolph?
こんな黄金をこんなふざけたところに溜め込みやがって。
これだけあればもう何も怖くない。どんな試練だって乗り越えられる。ローザー姉さん、姉さん。
Good lord.
私たちは幸せになれるよね。
Good lord, calm down. Well, I mean, it's a large amount of gold. Of course they would freaking... Sorry. Ava and Rosa started walking towards each other at the same time and hugged each other as they broke down crying. Ecstasy and shock, wonder and sighs. After stepping forward in front of the pile of gold that caused these mixed emotions, Erika spoke as though she were an announcer in some show.
この黄金は幸せの結晶です。おめでとうございます。皆さん、この発見が皆さんの人生をより豊かなものにすることを心よりお祈りいたしております。
脱帽だわ。この島に来て丸一日さえ過ごしてないあなたが碑文を解いてしまうなんて。
一日で解けないなら何日をかけようとも解けません。灰色の脳細胞はひらめきを与えるのに瞬きする以上の時間を必要としませんので。そして私一人ではこの謎を解くことはできませんでした。バトラさんの功績もどうか称えてあげてください、皆さん。私はこの発見を放棄します。推理が正しかったことが証明されただけでもう満足していますので。
Doesn't seem too happy.
黄金発見の功績のすべてをバトラさんに譲りたいと思います。私はここにおりますが、イボはいないものとして、どうぞ。バトラさんはいとこの皆さんに気づかれぬように、大人の皆さんだけを呼び出しました。
Wait, he didn't even bring any of the
そ
cousins?
れが意味するところはただ一つ。皆さんに本当の親族会議を開いていただきたいからに他なりません。
エリカ、勝手に仕切るんじゃね
え。
これは失礼しました。それでは理事の進行役を譲ります。では誰に？
Shrugging, Erika looked around at everyone. After a short period of silence, Ava made the... Of course she would.
昼間の取り決め、全員忘れてないでしょうね。
ああ、
4人で25億ずつを山分けだ。そして次期当主にはさらに100億。
お待ちなさい。黄金の発見が次期当主を決めるなどと誰が決めたのですか？
おっと、そうはいかんで、夏日さん。これまでずっとそれを前提に話を進めてきたはずやで。
Oh boy, the arguments have begun. Though, to be honest, I'm not even surprised.
今さらそれは白々しいとちゃうんか？
そうだわ。使用人の誰かが碑文を解いてしまって次期当主を名乗るかもしれないって怯えてたのは夏日姉さんじゃない。
どこにもそうだという明記はないの。
Oh, good lord.
卑劣感。私たち全員はそういう認識だったでしょうが。
そうだぜ兄貴、今さら手のひらを返そうってのか？
明文化されてなくてもそれは間違いなく私たちの共通認識だったはず。
Yeah, I certainly saw this coming.
話にもならないとおっしゃるのはどうなのかしら。
当主様の碑文を勝手に解釈されるのは困ります。黄金を見つけたらそのものが次期当主になるとどこに記されているというのです。当主様の碑文は当主様が決めたもの。皆さんに決めつける権利などありません。
夏日、落ち着きなさい。
これが落ち着けるというのですか？確かに碑文を解いた功績は素晴らしいと思います。バトラ君にも何かの見返りがあっても良いとは思います。しかしそれが半分というのは明らかに逸脱していますし、それ以上に発見者だから次期当主という論法はなおまかり通りません。
卑怯だわ夏日姉さん。今日の昼間にしてた話と全然違う。
Oh, is this a new expression?
同感だぜ。明文化されてなくても碑文を解いたやつが次期当主になるってのは俺たちの不分率で最前提だったはずだ。それをこの土壇場でごちゃごちゃ言い出すのはフェアじゃねえぜ。ああ、フェアじゃね
え。Yeah, guys, it's not fair.
とにかくこの黄金はお父様の黄金です。お父様の許可なく勝手に分配を決めていいものではありません。
He's dead.
そらない。そら卑怯やで、夏井さん。わしらその話を延々と昼間にしたんやで。昼間の話を全部チャラや言うんか？そらあんまりやで。
多数決で決めればいいのよ。黄金を発見したバトラ君が次期当主。私も夫も意義はないわ。ルドルフたちは？ローザは？
え。意義なんかねえぜ。バトラー、よくやった。
私も意義はないわ。バトラ君は碑文に選ばれた正当な跡継ぎよ。不満ならお父様に直接聞けばいいんだわ。
Yeah, they're gonna bring that up.
そうね。夏日姉さんの言った通り、碑文の謎を出題したのはお父様。そしてこの黄金の本来の持ち主もお父様だわ。だったらお父様に話を聞くべきじゃないのかしら。バトラ君という発見者はどう扱われるのか。それについて決めていいのはお父様だけのはずだわ。
それは
だから落ち着けと言ったのだ。
Yeah, you kind of fucked up, Natsuhi.
ローザとキリエさんの言う通りだわ。お父様に聞きましょうよ、お父様に。もはやね、兄さんたちの出番じゃないのよ。
せやせや、お父さんを連れてくんかい。あんたらじゃ話にならへん。ほんまの親族会議を始めようやないか。
Oh boy, now we have motive for
眠
murder.
いから明日にしろっちゅう問題に見えまっか。
Though that makes me wonder.
これ舐めとったらえらい問題になります。おう、聞いとるんかい。お前らじゃ話にならん言うとるんや。たったとお父さん連れてこんかい。
親族会議っていつもこういうのなんですか？
Well, actually, they usually involve murder, and actually, that should happen really close to us soon, shouldn't it?
俺が知るか。
腹の中では でしょうね。どうもこの場は金蔵さんじゃないと収められなくなるみたい。子供の喧嘩に余命あとわずかと宣告されてる今になってもまだ呼び出されるなんて、どういう気持ちかしらね、金蔵さん。それを想像、いいえ、推理するのもおつなものです。
The parents ignored Battler and Erika and kept yelling at each other on and on. Even though Battler had more or less imagined that this sort of thing happened behind the scenes, this was the first time he had seen it. He had suspected it since 6 years ago, and he'd been able to get a pretty good idea of what this was like by the darkening expressions on his parents' faces when this time of year drew near. However, this argument his relatives were having before his very eyes was much more ugly than he had imagined. That's why he was very glad that he'd called the adults out here without letting the cousins catch wind of anything. Perhaps because everyone was tired out from the seemingly endless argument, they took a short break. It was decided that this family conference inside the Golden Land should be moved over to the mansion. This place may have been gorgeous, like a VIP room, but there was no heating, and it was a little cold. It wasn't well suited for a long conversation. They thought of the possibility that someone might snatch the gold away while their backs were turned. But of course, no one could manage with just... No one could manage much with just human hands in a small amount of time when it's 10 tons of gold they're dealing with. In fact, it might be said that having this mountain of gold in the background was actually robbing them of the ability to make sound decisions. So they agreed to return to the mansion, in part so that they could regain their composure and continue their conference more ruthlessly. Oh goody. I love it when the conference is much more ruthless. And of course it's raining because of the typhoon. Going to bed?
これ以上はお邪魔でしょうから。
お、悪いな。気を使わせちまったか。
あなたへのお礼は明日改めてさせてちょうだいね。恥ずかしいところを見せてごめんなさい。
あなたは辞退すると言ったけど、私たちはあなたへの感謝の気持ちを込めて第一発見者の一人にふさわしい分け前を用意させていただくわ。ねえ、兄さん。
君ほどの人で我々の事情は察してくれると思うね。
$20 billion yen in gold isn't something they wanted out in the open. They didn't want an outsider like Erika telling people about it. Of course, Erika had already reasoned out that much. She'd worn an unpleasant smile on her face, as though she'd understood all too well.
私のことはお気になされなくて結構です。もちろん口外する気もありません。したところで証拠を示せぬ限り誰も信じないでしょうし、今夜は良いものを見せてもらいました。眼福でしたので、私はこれでもう十分です。
そうね。
Oh, good lord, brought it. No, I think it's the first time I've ever seen her undo or open up that fan.
10トンの黄金なんてなかなか見られるものじゃないもんね。
Seeing the gold was the spectacle? Of course not. Judging by Erika's dark nature, it's obvious what she's so happy about. I thought about telling her to just go away, but I wanted to leave this all behind me myself. I tried to head back to the guest house along with Erika. However, Kirie-san grabbed my shoulder.
バトラ君はダメよ。あなたも一緒に来てちょうだい。
Oh boy.
せやせや、君は今や立派な次期当主なんやで。お父さんにお目通りして早くそれを認めてもらわんとな。
Yeah, good luck trying to get acknowledgement from a corpse.
それを決めていいのは当主様だけです。勝手なことを決めないように。
Funny coming from the individual who's having hallucinations. I'm just gonna be quiet.
バトラ、面倒だろうが、もうしばらく付き合ってもらうぜ。お前は何も言うな。黙ってうつむいてりゃいい。わかったな。
好きにしやがれ。
It would have been easy to say that I had no interest in being successor to the head, but I was sure that I would only add more oil to the fire. Even if I hadn't been ordered to keep quiet, staying shut up like a clam is almost certainly a good idea. In that case, would it really be so bad if they just let me go back to the guest house? Dad put his arm firmly around my shoulder, and I told him it was uncomfortable and to let go. However, he didn't pay attention to a word I said. Oh. Meta Battler. Okay.
お前がゲームマスターの時にはいつも手紙が来るもんな。碑文を解いてみろ。解けなきゃ皆殺しだ。みたいな。
Why did she want to make us solve the riddle of the Epitaph? By solving it, we found a mountain of gold. Yippee for us. And what about Beato? Does she gain anything by having us find the gold? Or does she lose something?
チェスパン思考にのっとる限り、人は自らが損になる一手は打たない。だからお前は、俺たちが碑文を解くことで何か得をするはずなんだ。
いいえ、碑文を誰かが解くことで、この子が何かを得ることはありません。
Oh. Just stating it in red. Okay then.
いいのか。こいつに断らずに勝手に赤き真実を使っちまっても。
この子もそれを望むでしょうから。
Virgilia, who had suddenly appeared there, quickly gave me an answer to my question with the red truth.
俺は過去にベアトが碑文を俺たちに解かせようとするのは、黄金の隠し場所を見つけさせて横取りするためだと推理したことがある。それも違うのか。
はい。第一、もともと黄金鏡の黄金はこの子のもの。見つけさせる必要も横取りする必要も何もありません。
Of course. Beato is Beatrice the Golden. Isn't she the master of the Golden Land and the Ushidame family alchemist? That totally makes sense. However, that makes me even more confused. Even if someone exposed the answer to the Epitaph's riddle, Beato has nothing to gain. No. To the contrary, her own gold might be stolen away.
なら、ますますにわからない。碑文殺人はわかる。後ろ宮家に対する復讐とか、あるいは魔女としての力を復活させるための儀式とか、こいつなりの理由や目的があってやってるんだろうからな。だが、碑文の謎を解けというのにはどんな意味があるんだ。俺たちが解いても解かなくても、こいつに得るものは何もない。つまり、ベアトにとって碑文の謎が解ける解けないという問題は無価値なものなんだ。
そうですね。碑文の謎が解けても解けなくても、この子にとって得るものは何もありません。
Huh. Okay.
解けても解けなくても何の意味もない。それはつまり碑文の謎自体がベアトにとって無価値だということになるんじゃないのか。
そうですね。碑文の謎はこの子にとって何の意味もない。ならばそれを無価値であると極論しても言い返せないかもしれませんね。
Beato, why are you making us solve the Epitaph's riddle? If we liken the witch you are to a pair of scales, the Epitaph murders lie on one plate, and the riddle of the Epitaph lies on the other plate. For some reason, she's saying that she'll stop the Epitaph murders if the Epitaph is solved. In other words, the Epitaph murders and the Epitaph's riddle are worth the same to Beato. Like two sides on a balanced scale. That means that both the Epitaph's riddle and massacring all the relatives are equally significant from Beato's point of view. But Virgilia responded with the red text. Regardless of whether the epitaph is solved or not, Beato has nothing to gain. If she has nothing to gain, then this epitaph's riddle is meaningless and immaterial to Beato. In that case, how much are the epitaph murders which lie on the other side of the scales and are equal to the epitaph's riddle in value worth to her? Think. Don't stop thinking. The epitaph murders and solving the riddle of the epitaph have equal worth. As long as the epitaph murders, which are Beato's goal each time, have this single way that they can be stopped, a way that she decided on herself, both are worth the same thing to her. X equals Y. And whether the epitaph's riddle is solved or not, Beato has nothing to gain. Y equals 0. So in this case, what is X?
Oi, oi. それじゃ非分殺人もまた無意味無価値ってことになっちまうぞ。こいつはご丁寧に予告状を出し、非分に沿うように順番にバレないように次々殺していくというめちゃくちゃ面倒な手間を払ってまで毎度あのおかしな連続殺人を起こしてるんだぜ。その意味がなくなっちまうじゃねえか。
Then why? I turn the chessboard over and search through Beato's moves over and over. This is always the first place I stumble. The significance of the epitaph murders. Why did she have to commit serial murders in a way that reproduced the witch's epitaph? If she wanted to kill the whole Ushidamiya family for revenge, it would be a much simpler, safer, and more reliable if she had just put poison into their dinner. Or else went around killing people one by one in the middle of the night while they were sleeping. However, on the first evening, Beato sent us a letter that it sounded like an advance notice, and then carried out a 3-part serial murder with large gaps in between. The 6 people of the first twilight, the 2 people of the second, and the 5 people of the fourth and later twilights. We aren't fools. Once the first murder occurs, we barricade ourselves in somewhere to stave off any further murders. Furthermore, we quickly suspect a culprit among us and start analyzing each other's alibis. As the victims increase, the number of suspects decreases automatically, and Beato's chances of success in this serial murder drop closer and closer to 0. All of the epitaph murders are like she's strangling her own neck, making it harder to succeed in the serial murder. All for a useless ornament. All just for show.
こいつは自分で自分の目的の難易度上げている。
そうなりますね。おかしな子ですね。
知ってるか？ミステリー小説ではこういう非分殺人のことを見立て殺人。
Plotline murders.
この見立て殺人が行われる理由を俺は3つに大別できると思ってる。
伺いましょう。
一つは非分に沿うことで証拠やアリバイをごまかし犯人に利するためだ。死んだふりをして自らを犠牲者に混ぜる古典もこれだし、非分に沿わずに殺人を犯しその発生順序を誤解させることによってアリバイを作るのもこれだ。
なるほど。非分に沿って儀式的に殺していると見せかけて、実は自分に利するように誘導しているわけですね。
Still seems kind of weird to me, though.
面白いと思います。
だが、俺たちのゲームでは死者が赤でとどめを刺されちまう。ゲーム版の世界ではごまかせても、ここから俯瞰する俺たちはごまかせない。
I think she already declared in red a few people that aren't the culprit. And those were, Battler, Jessica, and Ava, right?
だから、この最も王道となる目的は違うってことになる。
Or wait, was it Nanjo?
となると、見立て殺人を行うあと2つの理由は？
一つは偶然。意図せずして行った連続殺人がたまたま非分をなぞる形になり、目撃者たちが勝手に見立て殺人だと誤解するケース。人間はどのような事象にも 因果性を求めてしまう。きっとそうに違いないと思ったら、そう見えてしまう生き物だ。
なるほど、それも面白いですね。ですがどうでしょう。この子のゲームでは第一の晩の殺人以前に常に事件が予告されている。
Yeah, that's true.
そして明白に非分殺人を遂行していることを示す手紙や状況証拠が次々に見つかるはずです。
ああ、そうだな。偶然なんかじゃない。ベアトは初めから非分殺人を見せつける目的で遂行している。俺たちが誤解してるんじゃない。これは明白な見立て殺人なんだ。だからこの理由でもない。
となると最後の一つの理由になりますね。
最後の一つはつまり恐怖だ。非分に沿うということは殺人が連続するという明白な予告だ。生存者たちは続くに違いない殺人にずっと怯えさせられることになる。
つまりこの子は死の恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を。
と思うと割と収まりがいい。グロい遺体損壊も悪趣味な装飾も全て俺たちを怖がらせるための演出。
誰を怖がらせるためなのですか？
Battler?
だからそれは俺たちを。
Well, I'm sure she's targeting somebody specifically, and she seemed to focus heavily on Battler, so... After hearing that one line Virgilia spoke so casually, my thoughts clouded over once again. Is it really enough to just use the vague word us? There are many humans in the Ushirimiya family. There's the head and the one who holds the rank of his successor, grandfather and Krauss Oji-san. The relatives who have some pull in the business world. Didn't mean to do that. On the other side, you have the young cousins who usually visit at most once a year. And the unfortunate servants who just happen to be on duty. Even if the culprit hated all of us, they probably didn't hate all of us equally. In other words, they might have made it clear which of those among us they particularly wanted to take revenge against and terrify. If we liken this to a kid eating dessert, isn't the strawberry on top of a shortcake the part you should eat last? No one tells you that you shouldn't eat it first, but our mentality leads us into saving it for later.
じゃあ、最も恨んでいる人物を最後まで残したがるってことになるよな。
And from what I've seen in previous games, usually Battler is the last one alive. Well, except in the third game, whenever it was Ava who was last alive, and she and I don't know.
ああ、俺の好きな小説の好きなキャラが言ってたぜ。そいつの親しいものから先に殺していって、悲しみを味わわせてから最後に本人を殺すってのが一番恐ろしい殺し方なんだみたいなことを。
おやおや、恐ろしい小説もあったものですね。くわばらくわばら。
じゃあ最後まで生き残るやつが最もベアトに恨まれてるって論法になるぜ。しかし毎回殺される人間も順序もめちゃくちゃじゃねえか。最終的には死ぬにせよ、最後の晩まで毎回生き残るやつなんて。
That would be you. I'm the only one.
先に赤で申し上げておきましょう。バトラ君は犯人ではありませんよ。
Yes, I remember that.
バトラ君は誰も殺してはいません。これは全てのゲームにおいて言えることです。
ならなおのこと、俺ってことになる。こいつが非分殺人を起こす唯一の理由は俺に見せつけるためってことになる。
Every time, Beato brags that she chooses who to kill next with the roulette. However, I'm the only one she never kills. Though she does kill me in the end, she leaves me be until the very last moment. In all of these supposedly random games, there's only this one unchanging constant. But what did you do?
俺に恐怖を味わわせるために非分殺人を行っているというのか。
それは違います。恐怖を味わわせるのが目的ではありません。
Oh.
誰かに復讐するためのものでもありません。
Oh.
なら、やはり非分殺人には意味なんてないことになる。
Then why, I wonder?
非分の謎も無意味。対となる非分殺人も無意味。X イコール Y イコール0。だが、その無意味をこいつは明白に俺に対して見せつけている。無意味なことと同価値の何を俺に求めているんだ。わからね
え。Neither do I, dude.
考えれば考えるほどに、こいつが何を考えてるのか、俺にはわからねえ。
You pretty much summed up my thoughts right there with that one sentence. Beatrice, the fickle witch who committed a meaningless, worthless serial murder. Even the Epitaph's riddle, which that witch made into a condition to suspend the serial murders, is meaningless, immaterial. And she's thrusting this meaningless, immaterial thing in front of my face. What is it that you want from me? Or else, what is it that you want to give me? My idea that Beato must have been taking revenge on me has already been denied by Virgilia's red truth. Both X and Y, both the Epitaph murders and the Epitaph's riddle mean nothing to Beato. X equal Y equals 0. However, since she's thrusting that in front of me, it must have some meaning. She showed us the scales representing, if we don't solve the Epitaph, I'll carry out the Epitaph murders. In other words, neither the Epitaph murders nor the Epitaph's riddle have any significance by themselves. However, it becomes meaningful when she puts both halves on the scale and thrusts it out before us. No, before me. In other words, it should be like this. X equals 0. Y equals 0. X plus Y is greater than 0. A scale with meaningless, weightless things on both sides. However, it has weight itself and gives the rest meaning. Rock, paper, scissors is an extremely familiar method to randomly determine a winner and a loser. You sometimes bet some sort of privilege on the outcome. But kids often do rock, paper, scissors just to play, without betting anything in particular. Unless you bet something, you have nothing to gain or lose except happiness and frustration. In other words, the two sides of the scale, both winning and losing, are immaterial. However, the very act of seeing which way it will tip is the reason kids play rock, paper, scissors. After all, the kids are enjoying the communication that surrounds the game. And they aren't purely interested in the value of winning or losing. They aren't overly concerned about who wins and who loses.
それじゃベアトにとって非分殺人は成功してもしなくてもいいものってことになっちまう。まるでその過程そのものを楽しんでいるかのようにさえ思える。以前の俺なら無意味な殺人を繰り返す非道な魔女だと決めつけこいつを罵っただろうさ。だが今の俺にはそうとは思えない。
ありがとう。だから赤をもう一つ与えましょう。
Being awfully generous, but I'll take it.
ベアトは快楽目的で殺人を行っていることはありません。
Whoa! Beato never committed murder for the sake of pleasure. Huh. She didn't do it for pleasure, and she didn't do it to make anyone feel fear. Since she has nothing to gain, she doesn't care whether the Epitaph murders succeed or fail. It's almost like a random game kids would play.
違う。意味があるんだ。こいつには。
意味とは何ですか？
わからない。 秤の両端は無価値でもこいつにとってこの天秤はしっかりと重みあるものなんだ。
In the previous game, she urged me to remember my sin of 6 years ago. Could that have been meaningless too? No. That definitely isn't the case. I clearly remember the serious gaze Beato had back then. Unfortunately, I didn't have a clue at the time. When she saw that, she was horribly dejected. That's right. At that time, I'm sure she even went so far as to say that the crime wouldn't have occurred if I hadn't come.
意味がある。こいつにとっては意味が、そしてそれを俺に求めた。
I laughed softly and poked Beato lightly on the head, then patted her head.
ラブレターに次からは好きですと短く書くことを勧めるぜ。あまり回りくどくて難解だと意味が伝わらねえぞ。こいつが何を考えてるのか。だが俺は考えることをやめないぜ。まだまだ実盤をひっくり返せ。お前の思考をたどる旅を俺は絶対にくじけないからな。
Don't. I swear I never expect that. They usually startles me. Alright. Let's move forward. Yes, this is going to be another two-parter. Because, I'm sorry, 47 minutes? That ain't gonna cut it. Battler did nothing but gaze lazily out the window. The fighting between the relatives continued without end. Of course it did. It's going to for a while. At first, the relatives had crowded around the study. However, no matter how much they knocked, the master of the study did not answer even once. Ava and several others said that they should open the door with the second key, the one Genji held. However, in a flash of brilliance, Natsuhi said that Kinzo had been in particularly bad mood and had taken back the key he'd previously given Genji, meaning that he now had both keys himself. She claimed that this was the reason they couldn't open the door. After she promised to let them meet Kinzo tomorrow morning no matter what, they finally returned to the dining hall. But of course, the argument continued on even after they returned to the dining hall. Ava's group wanted a lot of cash very soon, and they were trying to threaten Krauss somehow and make him pay up. Apparently, Battler's solving of the Epitaph threatened Krauss' position as the next head, which gave the others a huge tailwind. On the other side, Krauss and Natsuhi based their argument on the claim that it had never been specified that ownership of the gold would be handed over to the person who solved the Epitaph. It hadn't been hidden gold, but just Kinzo's stockpile, and it was still Kinzo's property, which means it was only natural that it would be distributed only after Kinzo's death with the rest of the inheritance. After they claimed this, Ava's group once again started demanding that they be allowed to see Kinzo. It's probably been obvious from the beginning. This sibling fight can only be settled by Kinzo. It was obvious that this confrontation was between Ava's group, which wanted cash fast, and Krauss, who was hiding his lack of funds but still didn't need money right away. As he listened vaguely to this exchange, Battler marveled at how, despite their usual affluent airs, they were surprisingly deep in debt.
それもさっき聞いた話ではないかね。もういい。休止しよう。お互い一度した話を延々と繰り返しているだけだ。
According to the clock, it was almost midnight. It certainly was a perfect time for a break. The atmosphere relaxed just a bit.
同感や。お互い一服するのも悪くないで。ほな以後は議事を取りながらにせんか。言った言わないはもうごめんや。
まったくだわ。下の根も乾かないうちにそんなことは言ってないなんて。平気で言い出す兄さんとの会議に議事録は必須だものね。
文字じゃ書くのも手間だし、インチキだっていくらでもできるわ。
そうだな、兄貴。こいつは動くのか。
オーディオセットかい。なるほど。それならば議事を手書きせずに済むし、 捏造もできんね。
Well, I wouldn't say forgery would be impossible, honestly. You'd be surprised what people could do with recorded video or recorded audio.
互いにとって公平だ。
勝手にいじらないように。当主様の大切な音楽テープですよ。
The dignified tape set had a sense of weight to it which matched this majestic dining hall perfectly. Oh, on pleasant Sunday mornings, it would sometimes be used to play famous tapes or records. However, right now, it was the most neutral and impartial conference record keeper around. Rudolph fished randomly around the cassette rack, searching for a blank tape. And every time he found some tape with sophisticated music, he would chuckle at how pompous it was. A little sip of my tea, real quick.
失礼します。お呼びでしょうか。
休憩することになったの。申し訳ないんだけど、何か飲み物を用意してもらえないかしら。ビスケットみたいなものがあってもいいかもね。
かしこまりました。すぐにご用意いたします。
あと、ごめんなさい。風邪薬あるかしら。さっきから熱っぽくて。
なら無理は良くないな。休みたまえ。
ローザがいいと思うなら好きに休めば。私ならこの大事な会議中に風邪くらいじゃ休まないけどね。
エイヴァ。
そうかね。私は遠慮なく休ませてもらうよ。夏日、私たちも少し休まないかね。
はい、あなた。
Sensing that he meant to have a strategy meeting, Natsuhi stood up. Even if this hadn't been the case, she was so desperate to get out of the room even for a moment that she'd have taken any excuse. Krauss and Natsuhi left the dining hall, and the tension in the room truly relaxed.
バトラ君もお疲れ様。最悪の気分でしょ。大人の階段だと思って諦めて。
俺はいつまでここでボサーっとしてりゃいいんすかね。
さあ、バトラ君は私たちのおみこしだからね。眠い？
古典の授業程度には。
Well, then he must be dead tired.
今夜はどうせお父さんは現れないでしょう。クラウス兄さんたちが戻ってきたら、バトラ君はもう戻っていいかと提案してみるわ。
よろしく頼むぜ。
A light knock and the faint sound of china clinking together could be heard.
失礼します。
Oh, hey, Shannon.
お茶をお持ちいたしました。
Hello, Cannon. Shannon and Cannon had come by with a serving cart. The pleasant smell of black tea had the effect of relieving a bit of tension.
Yo.
Actually, I'm kind of drinking chamomile right now.
話は聞いてるか？
何のお話でしょうか？
Oh, this'll be a shock.
僕たちは何も。
よしなさいルドルフ。教える必要は何もないわ。
僕たちは親族会議のお話には関心ありません。
そうね。それが賢い返事だわ。
深夜勤なの？大変ね。
そういうお役目ですので、ご用命いただけて嬉しいです。
そうかもしれんな。することもなくぼんやり起きてる方がしんどいもんや。わしも下積み時代に倉庫番とかやったことあるんやけどな。ただ起きてるだけでもこれがとにかく辛いんや。戦争直後はな、物資泥棒とかゾロゾロってな、警察も頼れん時代でとにかく物騒でな。
Hideyoshi was particularly proud of how he had started with nothing and built up assets by illegally diverting goods from the American army. Oh. Once the subject came up, Hideyoshi tended to get pretty talkative. The relatives who knew this were greatly relieved to see that a perfect sacrifice had come up.
バレたら一大事や。アメさんは怖いで。
Those American candy people.
牛肉食っとるからパワーも桁違いや。 捕まったら最後銃殺刑かデスバイハンギングや。
Good lord.
わかるか？デスバイハンギング。
Yes, could you please stop that?
それでな、わしは思うたんや。肉や、肉や。日本人はもっと肉を食わなあかん。そしてわしは胃袋をつかむ商売を始めなあかんという典型を受けたんや。
Oh, good lord, Hideyoshi.
それは大変なお仕事ですね。
よしなさいよ、あなた。戦後生まれにいくら話しても当時の苦労なんか伝わらないわよ。
ん？またわしの悪い癖が出てしもうたな。すまんすまん。
あなたたちもお茶をしていきなさいよ。たまには自分たちがどういう紅茶を入れてるか、その下で学ぶのもいい勉強になると思うわ。
いえ、結構です。お気遣いなく。
少し付き合ってくれよ。大人ばかりで俺も窒息しそうなんだ。
そら、次期当主のバトラ様のご命令だぞ。
Okay.
そこに座って俺たちとしばらくお茶しろい。それで最近の出来事とか趣味とか見てるテレビとか若者の今の流行りとかそういう話をしやがれ。
Smooth, Rudolph. Very smooth.
俺たちの勉強になるからな。
明暗ね。ほら、二人とも座って。そして話題に飢えた私たちの生贄になってちょうだい。
Stop using the word sacrifices.
そうやな。若い子と話をしよう思ったらキャバクラでもいかんとこの年では難しいわ。
A cabaret club?
いつまでボサッと突っ立ってんのよ。ルドルフが座れと命令したわ。座りなさいよ。私も許可してあげるわ。
After getting oh god, I forgot how to English again. After getting Ava's permission, Shannon and Ken looked at each other and finally obeyed, nervously. For a while, the two were pounded by questions and became the relatives' playthings. I am so sorry, you two. At that time, knock knock, a reserved knocking sound could be heard. All the servants tended to knock in a similar manner, so no one noticed anything strange. However, Shannon and Ken turned around with surprised looks on their faces. The servants here today included the two of them, Genji, Kumasawa, and Goda. Goda had the midnight shift at the guest house. Kumasawa had gone to bed in a spare room in the guest house. They were in here, so Genji was the only person left. But they knew very well that Genji wouldn't knock like that. Okay, now I'm concerned. Rudolph didn't recognize the knock either. When he asked who it is, it became apparent that no one could tell whose knock it was. After that, the same knock-knock repeated just once more. Could it be that someone had their hands full and was asking that the door be opened for them? As a slightly odd feeling began to encompass the room, the sound of the large clock in the hall could be heard. It was a sign that October 4th had ended, and October 5th had begun. Oh boy. Let's go back in time a bit. At this time, Krauss and Natsuhi were a ways off, in a deserted corridor on the second floor.
それしか手はないのかね。
はい、明日一日同じ手はもはや通用しないでしょう。これ以上を渋ればエヴァさんたちはお父様を監禁しているなどと主張して警察に訴える可能性さえあります。もうこれが限界です。バトラ君が黄金を発見するのが全く想定外でした。あれさえなければなんとかうまくやりくりできる筋書きを考えていたのですが。
私がかけるといつもこうだな。いつも想定外のことが起き、絶対確実だった話がおかしくなる。
明日の朝、お父様の部屋が空っぽであるということにします。源氏と口裏を合わせ、早朝に森へ出かけていくのを見たと言わせましょう。
その思想をエヴァたちが素直に受け入れるとは思えん。
百も承知です。しかし、もうそれしか手がありません。
そのようなことをすればエヴァたちは疑わしいと騒ぎ立てるだろう。エヴァたちは金をせしめるためならなりふりなど構わない。それこそおかしな雑誌とつるんで私の信用にダメージを与えてくるかもしれない。
ダメージで済むではありませんか。万一にもお父様の秘密を知られたらそれどころでは済みません。
明日一日をギリギリまで粘ってからでも遅くはない。もしも明日を無事に乗り切ることができれば私たちは何も失うものはないのだ。焦って失踪という切り札を切る必要はない。
彼らがお父様を監禁していると騒ぎ立て、そこに失踪していたと返すのですか。その方がはるかに疑いを招きます。もうお父様にお休みいただきましょう。これ以上は無理です。
落ち着きたまえ。エヴァたちの毒気を浴びすぎて冷静を失っただけだ。あの書斎に入る鍵は2本しかない。そしてその2本はここに君が持っている。だから誰も入ることなどできん。
Okay, I should probably keep note of this. Natsuhi has both keys.
あの扉は特別製だ。彼らが倉庫からどんな工具を持ってこようともびくともせんよ。
そういう物理的な問題ではありません。
だから焦るな。落ち着け。なんなら君は熱を出したことにして寝込んでいてくれればいい。その間に私が全て乗り切ってみせる。
あなただけに任せられません。私も最後まで戦います。
When Natsuhi could no longer hold back the tears brought on by her fierce emotions, Krauss held her gently. Just how long had it been since the last time she'd felt warmth from her husband's compassion?
頭痛がひどいのだろう。君がそういうシワを眉間に浮かべるときはいつもそうだ。
あなた。
She had come to think that her husband could never guess the way she felt. But when it came to times like this,
失踪という切り札は最後の最後までの後。殿下の報道と同じだよ。抜かないうちが花だ。大事なのはいつでも抜けるという心構えではないかね。
それは分かっています。
その切り札を私に預けてくれんかね。もちろん最後の瞬間の責任は全て私が取る。君とジェシカは巻き込まん。
それはどういう意味ですか。
後ろ宮家が滅ぶ時、その瓦礫に潰されるのは私だけで十分だ。台風が過ぎたら離婚届を準備しよう。
What?
それに捺印し君に預けておく。内緒で君の名義にしてある財産がある。さらにそれに慰謝料を加えれば君とジェシカは不自由なく暮らせるはずだ。
Damn.
嫌です。私の墓碑に刻むべき名は後宮夏日です。どうか最後の瞬間までご一緒に。たとえあなたが後宮家最後の当主であろうとも、夏日を最後までどうか当主夫人で あなたの妻でいさせてください。
Oh. Krauss's existence was based solely upon the trust and power of his assets as a financial fixer. If neither of those weakened, nothing would remain. If either of those weakened, sorry. If they used the trump card of Kenzo's disappearance, they would lose one of these two essential supports. It was like offering your right arm in exchange for your neck being cut. It was probably better than losing your neck, but you still might die from the blood loss. And even on the off chance that you did survive, you would have to bear a heavy wound that wouldn't heal for the rest of your life. Krauss was prepared even for death. Natsuhi understood this, buried her face in Krauss's chest and cried. Genji's sudden voice made Natsuhi jump back and hurriedly wipe the tears from her eyes. Krauss stood in front of Natsuhi, shielding her.
Genji-sanか。驚かせないでくれたまえ。何か用かね。
はい。申し訳ございませんが、奥様にご報告が。
Oh?
私にですか。あなた。
構わんよ。
Krauss left Natsuhi's side, went to a window a short ways off, and gazed at the windy and rainy rose of the garden. Sorry, I forgot how to English. Natsuhi went with Genji to a place a short distance away.
何事ですか。
はい。実はまた奥様にお電話が。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. At that time, she was surprised by a sudden eerie sound. It was the large clock in the hall announcing midnight.
まさかまたあの男なのですか。
はい。いかがいたしましょ
う。要件は何だと言っていますか。
お答えいただけません。奥様と直接お話ししたいとの一点張りでございます。
So it's him again. Again. A phone call from the man who claimed to be taking revenge for what had happened 19 years ago. 19 years ago. That was just one year before Jessica and Battler were born. In Natsuhi's eyes, the gap between 19 years ago and 18 years ago was immense. For a long time, she had been unable to fulfill her role of creating a successor for the Ushidamiya family, and had been treated very coldly. But then she finally gave birth to Jessica, and became able to call herself the Ushidamiya successor's wife with her head held high. So in her eyes, Ushidamiya Natsuhi began 18 years ago. That's why everything before that, including 19 years ago, contained nothing but hateful memories. And the last year of that hateful period is whispering of revenge from the other end of the phone. I can still hear the roar of the sea.
いかがなさいますか。
私の部屋に主人には内密に。
かしこまりました。
From the very beginning, Genji had guessed that she wouldn't want Krauss hearing about this phone call. That's why he told Natsuhi covertly. Natsuhi ordered that he transfer the call, told Krauss that she would turn in for the night, and left at a quick pace. Oh, and by the way, you guys kind of, one of you guys kind of pointed this out. It's more or less a coincidence that the voice of the man is similar to Battler. It was just me being kind of paranoid. She returned to her room and locked the door. There's nothing peculiar about that. In the Ushidamiya family, hallways are like public roads. There's no special meaning in locking the door when you enter your own room. This is what she told herself. Then, as though it had been waiting for her, the telephone rang. Genji had probably transferred the call. She took a deep breath, readied herself, and picked up the receiver. Again, it started with silence. She realized that the person at the other end was trying to irritate her and make her feel uncomfortable, and she got angry.
どうして黙っているのですか。切ります。
切るなよ、母さん。もう少し声を聞いていたいんだからさ。
Again, that unpleasant voice.
私を愚弄する気ですか。要件を追いなさい。
母さんと遊びたい。
何を言っているんですか、あなたは。私はあなたとなど遊びたくありません。
親族会議で疲れたもの。持病の頭痛がだいぶ辛いんじゃないかい。
So this guy's aware of her chronic headaches.
余計なお世話です。
Just the fact that he knew her headache was troubling her made a shiver run up her spine.
頭痛になるのは頭が凝ってるからさ。そのままベッドに入ったっていい夢は見られないよ。
だから余計なお世話だと言っています。切りますよ。
Natsuhi forcefully yelled that she was hanging up, but in actuality she couldn't. After all, being at the receiving end of the phone was much better than the alternative. If she hung up violently, this person might then call someone else.
頭のこりをほぐすためにちょっとだけ遊ぼうよ。何、時間は取らせないよ。
あなたと遊ぶ気などありません。
母さんの名前はナツ。名前に季節を持ってるね。いい名前だ。でもナッチだからって夏が好きとは限らない。母さんが本当に好きな季節はなんだ。
それをあなたに教えると思いますか。
教えてくれないなら俺が切るよ。いいのかい。
It was clearly a threat. It meant that if she forced him to hang up the phone, anything might happen. Humiliated that she was forced to give in to a threat made by a man whose name she didn't even know, she gave him the answer he wanted.
秋です。
どう
過ごしやすい季節だからです。他に特に理由はありません。これで満足ですか。
ああ、満足だ。やっぱり母さんの好きな季節は俺と同じだ。俺も秋が好きなんだ。
嘘つき。出任せを言うんじゃありません。
Surely this man would have done the same thing no matter which season I said I liked. What is he after? What's so fun about making me uncomfortable like this?
嘘つきなんてひどいの。出任せなんかじゃない。俺は母さんが秋が好きだって確信してたよ。証拠を見せ。
証拠？
ああ、母さんの部屋に時計はあるかい。
Uh-oh.
時計？ええ、ありますが、それが何か。
In Natsuhi's room, there was a beautiful antique clock with an intricate design. Krauss had bought it for her as a birthday present long ago.
今は0時7分ですね。もう眠いので茶番を早く終わらせなさい。
その時計持ち上げてみてよ。
Why?
俺の言うことにお前は歯向かってない。
Damn.
黙って言われた通りすればいい。
Jeez. The tone of the man's voice suddenly went low, turning into a threat. It made it clear that he was displeased. At first, this man seemed to have a calm way of speaking, but on the inside, that wasn't the case at all. If she enraged this man even a little more, he would surely know his true nature right away.
そんなに電話を切られたり、こうしてあんたに電話をしてるうちが花なの。あんたが19年前にしたこと、俺はいつだってあんたの旦那や娘に話すことができる。
Now, I'm just really curious about what happened 19 years ago. I mean, obviously, I would have to think, if Natsuhi cannot remember and is full of hateful memories, she would have had to probably give up a child for adoption. Or, okay, here's a theory. Here's a theory. I think it's going to go compile off of what I think I said at the beginning. Natsuhi had a child, but it didn't belong to Krauss. And that would be the reason why she would give up the child for adoption. I think.
あなたが何の話をしているか知りませんが、夫や娘を巻き込まないでください。こうして私が電話を聞いていますから。
Once again, the man threatened her in a low voice, as though warning her not to interrupt again. My head was filled with the pain from my headache, the sound of my beating heart, and the roar of the sea. I can't disobey him anymore. As the man had ordered, I lifted up the antique clock. There lay what appeared to be a single playing card. Is it the warranty for the clock? Thinking that she took it and turned it over. I'm going to assume it's a photo? Whoa.
よくも潔癖な奥様面ができるもんだぜ、ヘドが。そのヘド、あんたの夫や娘にもぶちまけられたよ。
You murderer.
嫌だろう。黙っててほしいだろ。ああ、黙っててやるよ。ほら、嬉しいだろ。嬉しいだろ。
嬉しいです。嬉しいです。だからやめて。夫と娘に構わないで。何が要求ですか？お金ですか？いくらですか？
金なんか欲しくないよ。俺の傷は金をいくらってだって癒せないんだ。だが薬なら。
Which is.
そうだな。それは軟膏みたいな。ねっとり、ドロドロ、糸を引く。それはあんたね。俺の裏。縁だ。そいつを塗ってるしか痛みが抑えられないんだよ。
Ugh. Natsuhi had never had anything so hateful said to her in her entire life. So she suspected many times that she must be having some sort of bad dream. However, this definitely wasn't a dream.
あなたはまさかこの島にいるのですか？
ああ、約束しただろう。親族会議には出る。
不可能です。この台風では来られるわけもありません。
台風になる前から来てれば問題はないよ。それに台風の最中であってもエリカとかいう来客があったはずだ。
Oh boy. Her blood froze. Furuto Erika had supposedly been brought here by coincidence. If he knew that name, he would have to be very close by.
あなたはどこに？
あんたの紹介がないうちは誰の前にも現れないさ。安心しな。おっと、俺を探しても無駄だよ。あんたの屋敷は広い。電話だってそこいら中にあるしな。あんただって俺に会いたくないだろう。それとも俺を見つけ出してみんなに紹介してくれるのか。ジェシカにも紹介してくれよ。一つ上の兄です。
Okay, okay.
やめて。
らせすぎたか
Kind of freaking me out, honestly.
ら。今夜はこれで勘弁してやるよ。
Oh, goody, we get to hear you more.
だが、忘れるな。あんたは俺に逆らえない。分かってるな、母さん。今夜はこれで電話を切るが、明日の朝まで命令がある。
何ですか？
あんたは今夜もその部屋を出てはならないし、どこにも電話をかけてはならない。電話がかかってきても取ることも許さねえぜ。
Okay.
そして今すぐ明かりを消し、布団をかぶって寝ろ。そしていつもの時間に起床し。健康的な生活でいいな。母さんの体をいたわるなんて、本当に俺は親孝行者だよな。
This is getting beyond creepy right now.
わかりました。今すぐ出ます。部屋も出ました。電話も出ました。だから夫と娘には。
母さんが俺の命令を守る限り、あんたの秘密は守ってやるよ。命令を破るなよ。俺はもうお前のすぐ近くにいる。
Okay.
部屋の明かりが消えるかどうか、そして電話をしているかどうかさえ、俺さえ望んだ。あんたの寝顔にキスすることだってできる。
Okay, that's beyond creepy.
守ります。約束は守ります。だからやめて、もうやめて、やめて。
As she screamed, Natsuhi took the card she had found under the clock and crushed it into a little ball. It had a pattern on it like a tarot card. And also, the kanji for fall. Huh. You know, that would have actually been a good place to end it, but... I mean, I would imagine, like, you know, to do the whole, stopping thing. Oh, okay. Let's go back in time once again. Right now, it is exactly the same time that the large clock in the hall announces midnight. Wondering who the person who knocked on the door twice was, the relatives in the dining hall stared at the door. Rudolph told them to come in, but there was no answer. Until the end of that long tone marking the coming of to midnight, which had come from the large clock in the hall shortly after the knock, they were unable to move in the slightest. Hmm.
かもな。だが、名乗らねえってのは薄気味悪いな。
I can agree with that.
開けますか。開けなさい。
Kana nodded back, then slowly opened the door. Okay, now the envelopes are back. Right behind the open door on the floor of the hallway lay the envelope. Oopsie. Okay, so that's what the scrolling thing does. Okay. I meant to click, but it accidentally scrolled it. Still not used to using this mouse.
廊下には誰もいません。これを置いて立ち去ったのでしょうか。
The adults flew out into the corridor as well, but they could find no trace of anyone who might have knocked on the door. Barely an hour ago, Shannon and Kenan had come in to serve tea. At that time, everyone had seen that nothing lay in that spot. Someone came, knocked, left an envelope with the mark of the one-winged eagle on it, and left.
まさか親方様でしょうか。
考えられない話じゃないわ。この屋敷で誰と呼ばれて返事をしないのはお父様くらいだもの。
ありえないわ。ならどうしてお父様は堂々と入ってこないの？
そうやな。お父さんだったらノックなどせずいきなり入ってくるやろな。今この屋敷は戸締まりがされとるんやろ。ならここに手紙を置くことができるのはクラウスさんか夏日さん、そして源氏さんの誰かしか考えられんで。
By this point, the mansion had been completely locked up. Therefore, the cousins in the guest house, Nanjo, Goda, Kumasawa, and Erika, could not have come here. Furthermore, since Krauss, Natsuhi, and Genji were the only three who weren't in this room, one of those three had to have been the one who set that letter down in the corridor. In that case, it was very likely that Krauss and the others had placed the letter there to make it seem like a message from Kinzo.
なるほどね。お父様の名を語ってバトラ君を次期当主に認めないみたいなことが書いてあるのよ。バカバカしい。兄さんね、よくもこんな子供騙しを。
Haven't even opened it up yet.
別に俺は次期当主なんて興味ねえぜ。
諦めろ。それがお前の運命なんだよ。とにかく中身を読んでみようじゃねえか。
Rudolph set the letter on the dining hall table and let everyone see the front and back to show that there were no tricks or hidden mechanisms. Almost like a magician does before performing his act.
この封筒は間違いなくお父様の封筒なの？
ええ、間違いないわ。お父様が神書に好んで使う封筒よ。どう、シャノンちゃん。
はい、私の目にも親方様が使われる封筒に見えます。
だからってお父様が書いたってことにはならないわよ。兄さんならお父様の書斎の引き出しからひょいと手に入れることなんて造作もない話だわ。
クラウス様とて容易に書斎には入れません。封筒を盗み出すなど難しいことかと。
開けてみようぜ。それから考えても遅くないはずだ。何か入ってるな。なんだろうな。
Rudolph opened the envelope a bit roughly. Then a folded letter and a glittering object fell out. It was a ring.
え？ちょっと、その指輪。
Let me guess, the head's ring? Ava noticed it immediately and grabbed at it.
これ、お父様の指輪よ。
なんやて？ほんまか？
間違いなくお父様の指輪なの？レプリカということは？
これは本物よ。私はいつかこの指輪を自分の指に通してやるとずっと夢見てきたのよ。お父様が指にしてた時から私は誰よりもこの指輪のことをよく知ってるわ。これはお父様の指輪よ、間違いなく。どうしてここに？
じゃあやっぱりこの手紙はお父様が。
こりゃ差出人は親父じゃねえぞ。もっと面白い。
じゃあ誰からの手紙だってんだ？
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師、黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ様からだぜ。
Rudolph showed everyone the part of the letter where that was written. It really did say that.
ベアトリーチェから？
なんて書いてある？
読むぞ。Congratulations。バトラ様が碑文の謎を見事に解かれ、黄金鏡にたどり着きましたことを認めます。黄金はすべてバトラ様のものです。そして後宮家の新しき当主もバトラ様です。その証として金蔵様よりお預かりしている当主の指輪をお送りします。どうぞバトラ様、指輪をされて新しい黄金の主となり、どうか後宮家をお導きください。新しき当主のご活躍を心よりお祈りいたしております。なんてこった。親父が書斎から出てこないもんだから、森の魔女ベアトリーチェが直接バトラを認めてくれたわけだ。
No need to lose your mind there, Rudolph.
バトラ君、この指輪はあなたが持つのよ。これが当主が身につけるべき特別な指輪。ベアトリーチェが何者か知らないけれど、彼女は一部始終を見届け、あなたが真の跡継ぎだと認めてこの指輪を贈ったのよ。
いいんすか？ こんな重要な指輪を。
ああ、いいんだ。誇らしげに指にはめるといい。いいか、兄貴や夏日さんが外せと言っても絶対に外すんじゃねえぞ。
All of the relatives with creepy smiles on their faces urged Battler to put the ring on his finger. It looked like things would get pretty nasty if he refused, so Battler reluctantly decided to put on the middle finger of his left hand. The ring was heavy and stiff. At that moment, Krauss returned. Genji came back as well immediately afterwards.
申し訳ないね。妻は具合が悪そうだったので先に休ませてもらった。
Ooh, this timing!
何かあったのかね。なんだか諸君がひどく慌ただしいようだ。
バトラ様、それは。
Immediately, Genji keenly spotted that which Battler had just put on his finger.
さすが源氏さんや。これが誰の指輪かわかるようやな。
何の話だね。
Judging by Krauss's dubious expression, it's pretty unlikely that he was the one who set that letter there. Furthermore, that expression quickly changed into one of shock.
そうよ、後ろ宮家当主の指輪よ。
The family conference took up this new topic, and the storm came once again. Oh, I expected it would. Oh. Well then, that's where we're going to end it. Okay, how far is this clock going? Okay, we are moving further. There's past 3 in the morning. And that's where we're going to end it. Not so much a cliffhanger, but I wonder if anything changed. Nope. Well then, it seems like a very good place for us to stop it. Huh, about an hour and a half. Not bad, not bad. I'm surprised I was actually able to grab enough time for this one, honestly. I must be on a roll, but then again, I'm probably going to jinx it if I'm not even going to, I don't know. I better keep myself, I'm going to knock on wood real quick. There we go. Hopefully I won't jinx myself there. Anyway, this is fun. This is getting more intriguing, and this is interesting. So let's see. Natsuhi's locked in her room. She pretty much can't do anything. That much is for certain, unless we had to stay down red to get utter proof, but let's see. Right off the bat, we know Battler isn't the culprit, but now he's been, he's got the ring on, so he's now the actual head. It seems like Krauss is unaware, so, Then again, literally, the only other people that could possibly have pulled this off was either Krauss or Genji, who would have to have knocked on the door. Unless Erika also knocked on the door, but we'll probably get confirmation from the cousins that Erika was probably in her room the entire time, if anything. At the guest house. Plus, I doubt it could have been Erika, because she probably would have gotten wet from the rain who dropped... Why the fuck am I even thinking about this? It's pretty clear that Erika isn't the culprit. Even though I kind of want her to be the culprit, honestly. I need a target, but... So literally our only suspects are Natsuhi, Genji, and Krauss. It would also have to include possibly any of the cousins, but I don't want to suspect any of them, honestly. At the same time, I don't want to suspect anybody, really. But, oh well. First off, I'm definitely going to say I actually liked that tender little moment between Krauss and Natsuhi. That was actually very nice. I liked that. Ava's still kind of her bitchy self, sort of. With the way she's kind of talking to Shannon and Cannon. I don't know. I just don't like that, honestly. I really don't. But, oh well. This is good. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.